What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. My name is Tam, and today we're going to talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle card game coming to the Universes card game. The goal of this is we're going to be breaking out and talking about each and every card from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set in a large series called First Looks. I'm going to be breaking down and looking at every single symbol for the turtles. And so, with that said, starting with the characters, we're going to go through each character, and it'll make sense as you watch YouTube, but so on and so forth. From here, we've got Donatello, the smart one, another 7-hand size, 23 health character this time, with the good and void symbol. We have the inventor and mutant keyword. Love it. Enhance : your attack gets +1 damage for each asset in your stage, period. Love this. Absolutely love this. Because of the fact that Donatello, there are so many cards in this set, which you're going to see, have the counts as an asset for your abilities. This guy is going to hit so incredibly hard very, very quickly. I imagine like +3, +4, +5 damage on all of his moves. I think Donatello is going to be one of the most aggressive 7-handers in the entire game. It's going to be absolutely crazy. And then this is an insane drink. Holy cow, this is massive. Thank you so much. This is so kind of you. Okay, I have to start Donatello over because that's gonna be in every single in both of the good and void videos if I leave it in right now. So we're gonna go back. All right, up next I've got Donatello, the smart one, 723. He's got the good and void symbol, inventor and mutant keywords. It says enhance : your attacks get +1 damage for each asset in your stage, period, which is insane because of one, the response on Donatello, response commit after you block with an asset with print difficulty 4 or less, build it. So we're cheating in assets with our 7-hand size, as well as we are able to there are so many cards that we'll see in the set later that have this card counts as an asset on them. I think that Donatello might be one of the best aggro 7-hand size characters that we can play, strictly because I think this guy's going to give like +2, +3, +4, +5 damage very, very quickly on his face. He's also got like a really straightforward game plan of, this is what I'm doing on my turn. I'm slinging moves, and they're going to hit really hard. This is what I'm doing on your turn. I'm blocking with an asset, and I'm building it. And so, like, the game plan is, like, simple and straightforward. And simple does not mean bad. It just means straightforward. So I'm a huge Donatello fan with this set. From here, we've got Leonardo, the leader. 6-hand size, 31 health character with the all and good symbol. Champion, mutant keywords. Says response after an attack is blocked. Mine or yours. Look at the top card of your deck. You may commit this card. If you do, draw 1 card. Otherwise, you may mill 1 card. So after an attack is blocked, I look at the top card of my deck no matter what. If I want the card, I can commit Leonardo and draw it. If I don't want the card, I can either leave it on top. I can either not commit Leonardo and leave it on top, or mill it by putting it in the discard pile. And the response, after you mill 1 or more cards, this attack or your next attack gets +1 damage, period. And so, essentially, he says, every time that a card is blocked, the next move is going to get +1 damage. And then any way that you can mill during attacks, this attack or the next attack is going to get +1 damage. So very cool, very awesome. Because of the Street Fighter Challenger decks that came out under the all symbol, Leonardo has a way to attack on your rival's turn. And so it's kind of cool to be like block, 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 and then play an attack on your rival's turn, and you milled a bunch on the blocks. And then you sling like an 8 to 10 damage move on them on their turn, which can be like really either disruptive or like game ending. So like I really like Leonardo. I think Leonardo's got a lot of potential. He's one of the characters that I'm most excited about, just because of like that gameplay loop. But I'm excited to see like how much milling this character can do in order to really lay the smack down on, you know? From here, we've got Michelangelo, the wild card, 723. We've got the air and good symbol, Brawler Mutant. Response, after your attack is blocked, your next kick, pizza, or punch attack gets +3 speed. So if my rival blocks, I make the next one very difficult to block. If they block that one, I make the next one more difficult to block. If they block that one, I make the next one more difficult to block. So kind of a, if you block, you better block the one that matters. And then enhance rival's turn commit. So turn them sideways. Add 1 ready foundation from each player stage to their hand, period. You get to pick on both. So on their turn, if they've got like this really oppressive card that you don't want them to play as a flow card, you can enhance commit, lift that card up to their hand. As well as you lift your ready card up to your hand, and you can take and then block with that card. So you always have like a good block mod in your hand. A panic block, as you will. Or even, my rival is playing out their string and you think that they're done attacking and you can survive this last move. You commit Michelangelo and you add the foundation back to their hand and you go, I know what block zone I gave you, so I know to stay away from that one. As well as that piece was going to be really disruptive on my turn. That was a good disruptive piece that you had. And now it's off your board. You're going to have to reprioritize building that foundation back, so losing a foundation to play out of your hand, rather than building something else new and impactful from your hand. And so, like, a little bit of disruption from Michelangelo. I think this character has the potential to be really good. It's just going to take it's a really high skill cap, a skill ceiling to really showcase how good this character can be. I like it. I think this character is very cool. I like the aggressive leaning of 7 hand size, give a bunch of speed if you interact with me, but returning their foundations from the board to the hand is really, really annoying for them. It's super, super annoying. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what I'm able to do with Michelangelo. Up next, I've got Raphael the Muscle, 6 hand size, 32 health. He's got the fire and good symbol, brawler, and mutant keywords. It says enhance this attack gets +1 or -1 speed for each attack in your card pool. Very cool. The more that I play attacks, the faster my moves get, so that I can hit you hard later. As well as if I block with cards if I block with attacks, you know, the things that I don't want to do, I'm gonna get a bonus by them giving -1 speed. So block with a bunch of stuff. And then enhance discard your hand, your fury attack gets +4 damage, period. This is a really interesting ability, and on face, kind of looks bad. But it does present a bit of a mini game of, once you've discarded your hand to get that +4 damage, how do I get more cards in my hand to continue my turn? If you can figure out the answer to that problem, if you can figure out how to get more cards in your hand, and cards that you want, right? Like drawing foundations does not help you play out more attacks. This ability is not once per turn. So if I play a move and I discard my hand and it gets +4 damage, and then I pick up an attack and I play it again, I'm allowed to discard my hand again and then draw another card, and then play an attack and then discard my hand again and then draw another card. So there's a potential that Raphael can actually just give every move that he plays +4 damage, and then for every attack that he plays, it's also getting scaling speed. So it's like +1 speed, +4 damage, +2 speed, +4 damage, +3 speed, +4 damage, +4 speed, +4 damage. Giving your moves +4, +4, even +2, +4, +3, +4 is really, really good. So you've got a little bit of a mini game to solve when it comes to playing Raphael the Muscle. But if you can solve it, I think this character is going to hit really, really hard and kind of be a menace on turn 2, turn 3. Just coming out, just swinging. Moving on to the good symbol. We've got an action called Sneaking Home. 1, 4, 3 low block. They're very, very funny looking. They're so sad. It says enhance, remove, add a backup from your stage to your hand, period. This card is interesting because of the secret rare backups that we've seen. They have 0 mid blocks. So Sneaking Home is both a 3 low block and a 0 mid block. And it also saves your backup from being destroyed, and then you can build it back in. I don't know if this card is worth existing as an action. Especially like if they target the backup with the elusive keyword, they already get punished for it, and you sneak it home, pick it back up. It seems like a tough sell, but sneaking home as an action flavor-wise, I guess, is a win, right? Like you sneak the backup home, like it goes back to your hand. I don't know. I think it's really cute. It's not going to see any play. We've got Going Out. It is a 5/3, 5 low for 5 with a 1 low block. It has the Ally Fury and Pizza keyword. Love a good pizza card. It says response after this attack deals damage. Your next attack gets +2 speed and +1 damage. Hey, if you didn't interact with this one, it's going to be tougher to interact with the next one. Love this design space. Really, really like it. This one is tough to deal with, and the next one's going to be harder if you don't deal with this one. I'm such a huge fan. This being an overstated 5 diff, an on stats 5 diff that makes your next attack overstated probably feels good depending on if you drastically need pizza cards. I think if you need pizza cards, I think this one's a totally fine one to play. From here, we've got Growing Up Fighting. They look so funny. 4/3, 4 high for 4 with a 1 high block. Powerful 2 ally keyword. Blitz. Build 1 foundation with printed difficulty 2 or less from your card pool, period. I'm a fan of this. There are a lot of really good cards that you'll draw in your hand, and then you instantly want to get down into your stage. And so making your progressive a little more difficult to then build down is probably good enough. Right? It's got powerful 2, so it's a good dunk at the end. It's got the ally keyword, which I think is interesting, but I don't think necessarily matters for this set. I can't remember any characters that care about the ally keyword on the good symbol. Like I know we got All in Void for April, and we got All in Evil for Superfly, or for Mega Mutant, excuse me. But like, I think this card as like utility piece is okay. I'm not sure it's going to see a ton of play though. It really depends on how important is that 2 or less difficulty foundation. If that one's important, you might need to play it. Up next, we got Pizza Party. It's a 5/3, 5 mid for 5 with a 2 mid block, ally, and pizza keywords. Blitz. Your rival commits X foundations, and you gain X health. X equals the number of pizza cards in your stage and card pool, max 3. So at minimum, this is stun 1, gain 1 health, because it itself is a pizza card that you've played in your card pool. If you have extras, it is stun 3, gain 3 on a 5 mid for 5. If you can figure out how to put any amount of stats on this card is going to be very good. Again, on rate is a stun 3, 5 mid for 5. Very good opener if you've got pizza cards in your stage. Really, really solid. It just depends, again, on how the rest of the pizza cards look. Setting the Standard. 4/3, 4 low for 4 with a 1 low block. Blitz : the speed and damage values of each other attack you play this turn become 4, period. This card has the potential to be really, really scary. If you've got, I mean, the easy answer that we have seen in the community is like using things like Hawk's Feathers and making these 1 difficulty, 1 mid for 1s, turning them into 4 for 4s. But the fact that like it changes the starting value into 4 says that like if I've got like really potent 2 for 4s that have like really good abilities, they're now 4 for 4s. My move got +4/+4. I think like a card like this can be really, really scary given the right circumstances. This is such a cool build around card. I'm so for it. This card's so cool. I'm so here for it. This one is so neat. To the point where like I just want to do a bunch of looking with Setting the Standard. What does Setting the Standard do for these non Hawk's Feathers decks, you know? Shell Shocked. 5 excuse me, 5/3, 5 high for 5 with a 2 high block, has stun 2. Response: after you block with this card, your rival's next attack gets +2 difficulty, period. This card is crazy good. This card was so good all over the place. Every time that I open a Shell Shock, I loved playing it. 5 high for 5 with stun 2 is insane. It's just an insane rate. And then after you block with this card, your rival's next attack gets +2 difficulty on a 2 high block. Feels so good. This combined with things like Keiko's Aid just says that like your rival just like stops attacking you. You easily can see a good symbol control deck with 4 of these and run it with a straight face. Shell Shocked is so good, guys. 5 high for 5 stun 2 is such a beating on a 5 diff. Such a beating. I was in a previous video, we were talking about a 5/3, 3 mid for 5 with stun 2 being like, that's a good card. This is a 5 high for 5 stun 2. Oof. So good. So strong. From here, we've got Shopping List. It's a 5/3, 6 mid for 5, a little overrate with a 1 mid block, and has 7 keywords, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including Ally Fury, Kick, Pizza, Punch, Tech, Weapon. Every keyword you could possibly even imagine to care about. This list is good. This is a good-looking list for keywords to have. Probably only going to be relevant in the pizza decks, depending on what the other pizza attacks look like. As a 5 difficulty, 6 mid for 5. Again, if we can find any amount of stats, feels pretty good. Feels like a Mikey card because he gets extra speed. Like a 9 mid for 5. You just don't get to interact with this one. Like this one's going to connect. It's just gonna hit. Probably feels okay. It really just depends. It just depends. We're looking for more pizza cards for sure. Teamwork Attack. We've got a 4/3, 5 mid for 3 with a 1 mid block. It's got the ally keyword. It says Blitz, choose 1 backup in your stage and add it to your hand, period. This deck gets plus X damage. X equals the printed difficulty of the chosen backup. I'm pretty sure the highest difficulty backup we've seen inside of the inside the turtle set is 5. So this would be a 5 mid for 8 that you get to pick the card up, and because of that backup being Genghis Frog, it sees the +3 damage gets applied from Genghis before we do the pickup. So this would be a 5 mid for 6, 5 mid for 11. That's a pretty decent 4 diff, but it does say that we lose the +3 damage from the backup on the rest of our attacks. Otherwise, it's like what? Like a 5 mid for 6 for a 3 diff? There are some Attack on Titan backups that are, like, some of them are 4 diffs, like a 5 mid for 7. Probably isn't good enough to, like, lose the resource on your board. I don't know. I think this card is really neat. I just don't know how the execution of this one works because of adding a backup in your stage. If it was choose a backup in your discard pile and add it to your hand, I think I'd be way more inclined. Right? I pick up a backup from my discard pile to go the +1 that I think a resource I didn't have, and then play it out. Probably feels way better. Like, and then I'll play the 5 diff. Like, the higher the difficulty, the harder it is to play afterwards. Probably feels decent. But like picking up out of my stage seems pretty tough. Seems like a tough sell to me. From here, we've got United in Battle. It is a 4/3, 4 high for 4 with, again, the ally keyword. It's got a 1 high block. Response: after this attack deals damage, draw 1 card, period. And then build a foundation from your hand with printed difficulty 4 or less. I love this card. I think this card is very, very cool. Probably exactly where I want an ultra rare to be. That is a flow card, 4 high for 4. It's got to deal damage and I draw the card. And then build a foundation in my hand so I can continue to play out more cool cards. I'm in. I'm so in. This one's neat. Let me get the squad together and play out some pretty big moves. I'm here for it. I think this one's dope. From here, we've got Virtuous Plans. 4/3, 5 low for 4. Pizza keyword, 2 low block. Response: after you block with this card, flip the blocked attack after it resolves, period. So I block with it. It can still deal damage because it's after it resolves, so we get through the damage step and whatnot. But it essentially says that it doesn't get to go to momentum. There are other cards and abilities that check for card types in the card pool. Like if your rival has 3 attacks in the card pool, this flipping it says it is no longer an attack card. And if it has a keyword like echo, it says after I block this, they're not allowed to echo it because it's already been flipped. It's no longer an attack card to be echoed. So there's some cute little things about this. It is a little above rate for stats, right? 4 diff, 5 low for 4. But the fact that it's got a cool on block trick and isn't like trying to actively win the game makes me a little sad. And the fact that it is a low block rather than a mid block so that I can flip anything. Not being able to flip high attacks feels a little rough. But it feels okay. Probably feels fine. From here, I've got Young and Free. It's a 4/3, 4 mid for 5 with a 1 mid block. It's got the ally keyword. It says, statically, rival effects cannot modify your check to play this card or reduce this attack's speed or damage below printed period. Which means if my rival hits me with a nasty, nasty breaker 2, I'm allowed to play Young and Free. Young and Free, you still make the check to play it. The check is modified because it tries to get applied, but then it doesn't get modified to Young and Free. So like you ignore breaker essentially, which feels super cool, which feels super, super rad. And then Blitz : unfreeze or unseal 1 foundation in your stage period. This card is such an interesting kind of screw you to the disruption your rival is doing on a card that does not hit very hard. I really like its design space. 4 mid for 5, so like it's respectable. Again, a little bit above rate. That just says that like when you tried to stop me from using this cool piece, Young and Free, I'm gonna do the thing. You tried to breaker me, Young and Free, I'll ignore the breaker. You try to reduce my damage to 0, it won't be. There's a lot of cool things that like says if your rival tries to stop you, no you don't, no you can't, no you didn't. It's a cool design space to be. Takes a lot of heads up and understanding what is going to exist in the field to know if this card is good or not. But on the turn or in the game that you pull this card off, it's going to be dope. It's going to be so rad. Up next, we've got Brotherly Love. It is a 1/6, 2 mid block, deflect 2 ally. Has a static that says your abilities treat this card as an asset, period. Very good for Donatello. And then response remove : after this attack enters your discard pile from your hand or deck during an attack, that attack gets +1 speed, period. So when you mill it off the top with Leonardo, it gets to trigger. When it's discarded out of your hand, it gets to from Raphael, it gets to trigger. It has deflect 2, so when you pick it up with Michelangelo, it is both a 2 mid block and deflect 2. And it's an asset for Donnie. Also a 1/6. It wants to be played as a 4 of all 4 of the main turtles, and I'm here for it. This is exactly the kind of card that the brothers needed. I'm so here for it. I love it. I think this is such a great piece for all 4 of them. I'm in. I'm so in. This one's dope. This one's dope. From here, we've got Daily Training. It's 2/4, 3 mid block. Enhance flip : build 1 foundation from your hand with printed difficulty 3 or less, period. This card is very good, especially if you are Raphael and you are trying to actively discard your hand over and over and over again. If we have cool cards that we want to slam into our stage, I will play Daily Training. Daily Training will add a Daily Training. I will flip, add a Daily Training, flip, add a Daily Training, flip, add a final card. I'll discard my hand with Raphael. I now don't feel bad that I didn't build my 3 foundations because I did because of training. This card feels very good. This card feels very good. Fan of this one. Fan of this one. If just airdropping in a foundation is very good. High impact. This is a very scary foundation to have in the game. From here, I've got Defend the Innocent. It is a 2/5, 2 high block. Response commit. After you block, draw 1 card, period. Love it. I am actively trying to block so I can grab more blocks so I can keep myself alive. And it is after you block, it does not matter what you block with. Attack, foundation, whatever. And it's reusable. So you don't need a ton of them to be played, right? Defend the Innocent. I'll grab a bunch of blocks. I really like this card in Raphael, because you find your 1 good block card and then a bunch of Defend the Innocents, and then I will chain block off of that 1 card ripped off the top. So not only am I ripping cards for offense on my turn, but I'm now ripping cards for defense on their turn. Seems dope. From here, we've got Extra Cheese. It is a 1/5/2 mid-block, a pizza card. Response: after this card enters your discard pile from your hand or deck during an attack, build it committed, period. So again, this is Leonardo wants to mill these off the top. Raphael wants to discard these off the top. Enhance flip, so flip this one. This stack gets +1 speed. I think this is a really good 1/5/2 mid-block card. I think it's really strong there. Even without like the flip, this deck gets +1 speed is really low statted, but if you can get that response off, just like increasing your stage by an entire foundation for free does feel very good. Does feel super, super strong. From here, we've got Gifts from Splinter. 2/5/2 low block, enhance your attack, flip, add 1 weapon asset with difficulty 1 or less from your discard pile to your hand, period. Very strong. I know some of the Turtles signature weapons do not have the weapon keyword, which is a little disappointing. Hopefully they errata that in the future, because I'm pretty sure like Leonardo's katanas are not weapons. But just being able to just go flip and add the weapon of choice to your hand is probably really good. I don't know what other weapon assets exist that we can pick up from Gifts from Splinter, but if there are any weapon assets eventually that are worth it, I think this card's going to see a ton of play. It does just say enhance your attack, grab an extra card. And so depending on like the block zone, will probably feel pretty good. Up next, I've got Good Deeds. It's a 1/5/2 mid block response. After you play this card, gain 1 health. This does work on block because it doesn't say after you play this card as a form or on your turn or whatever. So you play cards as blocks. So you can block with this card, gain 1 health, and then move on from there. It's kind of cool. Hungry for Pizza. 2/5/2 mid block. It's got the pizza keyword. Enhance flip. This deck gets +2 speed, period. If it deals damage, gain +2 health. Neat. I think this is a neat spot for the pizza card to be. It is interesting. In a previous video, we talked about a 2/5 first enhance flip. This deck gets +2 speed, and this one does not say first enhance. This one does just say enhance flip, give it +2 speed, and you can play 4 of them if they're all from your stage. Gain 4 speed, or +8 speed, +8 health if it hits. The cool thing I really like about this card is it does say this deck is +2 speed. If it deals damage, gain 2 health, which does say that I can give my rival's attack +2 speed. And if their move hits me, which it probably will because I give it +2 speed, I will gain 2 health. It's a cool way to give like -2 damage on a move. It's neat. From here, we've got Let's Stay Out. 1/5/3 high block. Enhance commit. This deck gets -2 speed. If I have 2 or more pizza cards in my stage, it gets -3 speed instead. Obviously, we've got a ton of pizza foundations that we've seen. And so having a 1/5 that commits for -3 speed is a very high rate, very good rate. And so if you're playing a pizza deck, Let's Stay Out is a mandatory card inside of your deck. Love the 1/5 commits for -3s. Very solid stuff. Speaking of pizza delivery, 2/5/3 high block, a pizza card. After you check or mill a pizza card, add it to your hand, period. Here is where I think the pizza cards are going to be really, really good. After I check or mill a pizza card, add it to your hand means after I check or mill a pizza attack, add it to your hand. Going and grabbing Pizza Party, which we said was a stun 3, 5 mid for 5, feels really strong. And this is both on offense and defense. It feels really, really solid. I think pizza delivery is the reason that the pizza keyword is going to exist at all. And just being able to like airdrop these in with daily training and being like, all right, if I check a pizza card, that could be the thing that like pushes my deck over the top to find my win. Probably feels very good. Pizza delivery, I think, is going to be one of those massive blowout cards that I think is going to be really, really strong. From here, I've got Youthful Optimism. It's a 1/5/2 low block. Enhanced Sacrifice. If you try to block this deck, your block modifier becomes +0. It just says sacrifice for -2 speed, essentially, because there's not a ton of like, I don't know, they kind of stopped printing +4 and +5 block mods to like make these really strong. But it says that like you destroy this for your 3-block modifier to be really useful. Playable committed would be really, really solid here, and I think we'd see a ton more play. But the fact that it has to stay ready to then be used on defense does not feel incredible. From here, not a good card specifically, but does have the pizza keyword, so I thought I would include it this way. Story Pizza. It's a 0/5 2 mid block with the pizza keyword. Enhance, sacrifice, mill 2. Add 1 foundation, mill this way to your hand. If no foundations were milled this way, gain 2 health. Just as a way to mill 2 and potentially grab myself an extra foundation feels kind of cool. Especially in, I mean, we've talked about him a lot in a previous video. Raphael, just being able to like accidentally find a card in his hand might be good enough. But as an asset, it's probably not good enough. I mean, maybe we could care about it as like Leonardo. This does say mill extra cards. As Donatello, this is an asset. As a pizza card, I guess it's for Mikey. Mikey just cares about pizza attacks. He doesn't care about pizza cards. I don't know. I mean, it's a 0/5 asset. It probably isn't supposed to do a ton, but it's a little lackluster to me. And then the unique cards from the starter decks. We've got Splinter, 3/5, 3 stamina, 2 low block, unique, and then mutant. Response remove : after your rival plays an attack. If your character is a mutant, add that attack to your rival's momentum face down period. This card is very strong, very, very solid. If you are playing a mutant, I'm surprised if you're not playing this Splinter specifically. It just says negate an attack by like shoving it in their momentum. And so either they have to target this 3 damage backup, which means that they didn't target you with an attack, or they have to target, or they target you and you choose to just be like, oh yeah, drop that attack, put it in your momentum, we're good. Yes, I'm giving them a momentum, but man, it feels very, very solid to just be able to just like stop attacking me. Crazy, crazy card this card is. It's really good. From here, we've got Thumbs Up. It's a 3/5 1 mid block. Another pizza card. Enhance flip. Your rival spends 1 momentum. If they can't, it means they don't have one. Gain 2 health. Probably not good enough for a 3 difficulty, even with a 1 mid block. 3 difficulties are few and far between. Probably only get to play like 5 to 6 of them in your deck at all. And flip, they spend a momentum is probably not good enough as a rate. Even as a pizza card, even with the 1 mid block, probably does not work.